Go ahead.
Okay. Last session we began on the hill of metal trees and the eternal punishment of the soldiers that had abandoned Zariel when a rider on a flaming horse appeared, seemingly angry at us, clearly sent to punish us for putting rest the souls here that we found, having pulled Jander Sunstar in particular off of his tree after getting his story. Um, we fight him. Didn't go super well, but we did eventually defeat him. But during the fight, a giant mosquito came and it took Lulu. It stung her and paralyzed her and flew off. Um, our poor Lulu, and was traveling contra abyss. During the fight, so many people went down multiple times. Eventually, let's see, Spinch hopped on the Maggie and got Pavel up, who was able to then use the wrecking ball from the Maggie to really do some damage to this guy, and was able to kill him. So it was Pavel's acid breath up from Chugga that technically finished him off.
Chugga got the
But
kill. Chugga's gonna level up when we long rest.
um, but we quickly discussed at the end of the last session whether or not we're going to pursue Lulu or go rest. Bell is near and he's expecting us with the rods. We are completely tapped for HP and spell slots and potions and everything. So I think our decision was to go to Bell's and rest and then go try to get Lulu. But we can reopen that discussion. But that is where we are. We are just after that fight having ended, and deciding what to do next.
Yeah. And Pavel sent Piggy to follow Lulu, so you do have a trail there. That is, yes, Contra Abyss currently. Or last you heard. As he's now out of range.
Yeah, what do you think, Tamila or Honeybee, about trying to rest or going after Lulu?
I definitely think, yeah, we are completely tapped. I'm hoping that if that Bell's gonna be really happy with us. I know we're gonna be asking a lot of him, and that's gonna be a thing. But I feel like Bell's gonna be really happy with us, and I'm hoping that we can replenish on certain critical things like healing potions, and possibly I don't know, maybe even get some bumps up on some things. Um, I mean, I feel like if we pursue the wasp right now, it's gonna be such a tangent, and Bell's gonna be pissed at us. And I don't even know if we're gonna be able to pursue them any better or worse before or after talking to Bell. Bell's like what, 4 hours away, 2 hours away, one hex over.
Yeah.
I'm
So
definitely inclined to go to
Bell,
Bell.
yeah. So I mean I feel like braving anything in Avernus as we are now is just like a suicide.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if we don't like try to rest, we're just setting ourselves up for a TPK.
Yeah,
If
out
we
of out of character. Yeah, I agree. Like
the
we've been
the
pushing it a
trade
little
off
bit lately.
though. So like I mean the trade off, like if we go after Lulu,
Mm-hmm.
we all could die. One person could die. We could like lose the rods. Um, we could get Lulu back. Like we just chase out like hopefully the machine is faster and we catch up and we just shoot it out of the sky. We get Lulu back and nothing bad happens. Like that's the best case scenario. I I don't think that's. I mean, that would not be very interesting if that happened.
Oh. So out of game, like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it might actually lead to a better plot line if we if we can see where this
Yeah.
thing took Lulu. I feel like we might need to. Okay, so I remember it was probably 2 sessions ago, but I made a list of like things we needed to get from Belle. We might put onto that list a way to track Lulu. I feel like that's a
I feel like we
magic worthy
can.
of a patron. Yeah.
I feel like we'll be able to get Lulu. Like we already have a bunch
How
of stuff
how
happening. We can
Well,
throw it on
how would
Lulu.
you
But
how would you track her? Let's talk through this. I have no way of tracking her other than just like
I
survivaling things, but it's a
would
fine.
bring Piggy back, and I would get a notion from Piggy on how to find Lulu.
Out of game explained to me like what why would Piggy know? Just Piggy's following her. That's
Piggy is
right.
following.
Piggy is following
Yes.
her. I forgot that. Yeah, Piggy is. Um, we
Piggy
might.
could have died like 105 feet away from us, and I wouldn't know, and doesn't have any information.
Yeah, I'm
But
trying to be like when so. I almost want to like bring Piggy back sooner so we can plan, but if we're gonna rest, we have to wait till after we rest to bring Piggy back. Right? We want Piggy to keep following for as long as possible.
I mean, I think that we're going contra abyss. Like, if we go to Bell, we have like 4 hours to get back to here, and that's time enough to make a plan.
Yeah. So, um, I think we go to Belle. I think we see what kind of mood Belle is in, and we decide either to rest at Belle's if we feel like this is a good ally, or we start heading contra abyss and maybe try to find Hotties to rest. But either way, we basically need to find a place to rest. I think Belle first, and depending on how the conversation goes at Belle, we rest at Belle's, and then we go try to find Lulu.
Yeah, I think I agree. We give the runs back, and then we go after Lulu.
I will say though, like, as much as a P plan is a good plan, it might be worth asking for something to be able to track her down anyways.
I
'Cause
wouldn't
I'm
want
worried.
to like. There's stuff that we like absolutely need, and I don't like if it becomes a trade off. Like that's the last thing that we try to get.
Okay. Well, so I have 5 things now on the list, and actually I'm going to put health potions above the Lulu tracking. So I have Pelagian sand. If we don't have Lulu, it's not exactly helpful to get the ingredients to recover her memory, but the sand. Clonk, Blue Monkey, Maggie Alliance, health potions, then Lulu tracking. Things we need from Bell. Putting that in the chat. What else did you want to get from him?
That was it. I really just want the monkey.
These are the monkey. Okay.
Just want the monkey.
Does monkey need to come up in the list a little bit?
Probably not. I think you got it right.
Okay. 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 Out of curiosity, do we have a way to get to Hotties? To find Muhadis?
I don't know.
Vin's necklace will point him there
Oh,
after
yeah.
Yeah.
he
Gotcha.
fights the guys at the arena.
Oh wait, so it doesn't work yet? He has to fight the guy at the arena first?
Yep.
Because right now it's pointing to the arena guy?
Mm-hmm.
But he thinks it'll point back. Why does he think it'll point
s-
back to Muhadis afterwards?
Because the master Fidoki said that he would be the next one.
Gotcha, he'd be the last. Okay.
I think Spench also made a deal with Mahadi that lets him find it whenever.
Okay. We can go on that. Okay, I guess I'm just trying to think of like we can cross bridge when we come to it. I'm just before we go into Bells, Pavel, how comfy are we resting at Bells? Is Bell an
I
ally
think
and a good
that's.
guy?
I think that. I think we likely can rest at Bell's. If not, we can rest outside Bell's with the tiny hut.
Tiny hut. Okay. So okay, we don't have to get to like hotties. We can just rest in the tiny hut. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I do think that is a priority. Then is Bells and sleep. You good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Lulu. We'll be fast.
All
Sleep.
right. So you decide to go to Bell. You get back in the grinder and the Devil's Ride, and you navigate your way there. We'll need a survival check and a perception check.
We'll do the survival. Survival. I think Vin usually does the perception.
Yep. Pavel, can you roll it?
Yes. Then perception is this one.
Nice. Great. All right, and then going back in my memory to find what was the monkey's name?
I will help find it. I will find it. It was. So at the Outpost, we found a giant blue monkey. It was a demon from the abyss. Surely
Okay,
I
okay.
wrote it down somewhere here.
I got it. It's Ubelux.
You got it? Okay. Ubelux.
Okay.
Because I actually don't think I wrote that down. Ubelux.
Well, you're about to hear it, so there it is. Okay.
Ubelux.
All right, it takes you 2 hours. You get to the gates, which are currently closed, and two chain devils are at the gates, and they ask what your purpose is.
We're here to see Bell.
And you are?
Oh, we have a name now.
The Avernus Stabilization Syndicate. Ha!
You see
Also,
Balacross
Go ahead,
comes out, the imp that's Bell sent with you, and just tells them to open up. And they begrudgingly open up for you all. And let you into that open courtyard area with like the skulls spewing lava, and then there's like stairs leading down to Bell's Forge. Two horned devils, which are larger devils, escort you down to the interior of Bell's Forge. They may be old tokens, I don't know if they're updated with your hit points, but you see, do you bring...
It's so striking.
wait, what's going on?
Our hit points.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Pavel and Vin sitting on one each.
Okay.
Oh, I can't see Pavel's, so I can just see everyone else's.
Yeah, they are all very low. Does Chuka ask to go with you? Do you let him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He won the fight, so yeah, he could.
Yeah.
You insight see... Chuka. Is Chuka gonna like, I don't know, murder Bell and
see his brother?
Yes, Chuka is actually the big bad. He's gonna take over hell himself. No, go ahead and roll insight though, to see how it is, why he wants.
That's
to
a good
join.
roll.
Yeah, that's really good. It just seems like he's concerned about Clonk, and just wants to see him as soon as possible.
Yeah, he can definitely join.
Okay.
So I know we just had talk, but like before we got here, did we need to talk at all about like strategy for Maggie's alliance, or are we just winging it? Winging it's fun, right? We can wing it. You said something, Timothy. I couldn't hear. Your mic might be cutting out.
Sorry.
Is it doing the thing where it like lights up? Yeah, you're good.
I'm sorry. One more time.
Um, I asked if we were need to discuss strategy for how to forge this alliance with Maggie, or if we're just winging it. I think we're just winging it.
I mean, I think we just like I think we're just telling him like, okay, so what we want are like we just tell him like here like here's the stuff that we want. The sand clonk, the blue monkey. We want a contract between you and Maggie where you're going to come to aid her if she's ever attacked, and then give us health potions. And we lost our Lulu, so we need you to help us find Lulu.
Yes.
We're just gonna ask her all this stuff. We'll see how it goes.
I think also we're going to volunteer to put these rods into the companion if Belle wants us to do that.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. We got a plan. We're good. Yeah, Chugga, you can come, or Clonk rather, you can come. Yeah, Chugga can come. Clonk's the one tied up. Chugga.
Yep.
I get confused.
So you arrive in the forge. You come down this iron spiral staircase, and you see these channels of bubbling lava winding through, and these big giants with coal black skin and fiery orange hair hammering on these large anvils. They all stop as you guys enter, and you hear that ringing of the last hammer fall, and Bell steeples his fingers and says, "Welcome back."
Thank you.
It's good to be back.
And what have you brought me?
I think they're in the bag of holding, but I will reach in and pull out one of the rods. I think in the bag of holding. Hopefully they're in the bag of holding.
Yeah, they are. I'm certain. I'm not looking, but I'm certain. I saw them there like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. There are 9 adamantine rods in the bag of holding. So yeah, can we approach, or is it like we can't because of the fiery?
You can, yeah.
This.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's in a stone throne with embedded with skulls, and you see the Bulgara Ubalax is leashed and collared, and he has the leash kind of like on a hook next to his throne that he can hold. And he is but yeah, he's just there looking at you and allowing you to approach. The giants are just kind of watching. You see Clonk is chained to an anvil over here. Then he has like a little step stool so he can reach the top of the anvil.
Was he working on something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I don't think it's going to work out for us to holding on to these. So I guess I'm going to pull all of them out.
I mean, yeah, like we're in the dragon's den, so hopefully we don't get eaten.
I'm going to say to Belle, we recovered 9 rods from a crashed ship upside down in the crashed warship upside down in the sticks.
You found all 9?
Yep. 9 rods.
Indeed.
Good. Then, as per our deal, he lets the leash go off of his hook, and the fire giant releases Clonk over here. You may have the prisoners.
No, wait till they're like close.
Good.
Great. How we'd be your service to you.
There are a few more things that we would like your facility, that you would be able to facilitate, and we want to do more for you. If that's like, we can come to like more arrangements, more deals. You like deals, don't you? And I do like finger guns.
I do.
We need some special sand.
Mm-hmm.
Flagosian sand.
Villagesian?
Yeah, Pavel knows how to pronounce it.
Yes, Pavel does. Yeah, Camilla does not.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. We need you to make an alliance with another warlord, or just a contract with another warlord.
We give you an opportunity to make a very good alliance with another, because that is an awesome thing.
One of your Fetch Tedder, I believe Fetch Tedder is yours. He put us in an awkward position, and a contract with Maggie is needed to rectify that.
Are you saying Fetch Tedder has
health
betrayed us?
I don't know if he's betrayed you. He definitely, well, maybe we started it, but,
I mean, unless you ordered him to tell, what was it? It was he told Maggie where to find the rods to undermine us, and he told what's his face,
Breath.
the other Bitter Breath. Yeah, that one. Yeah. He told him and very much undermined our efforts to be able to get for you.
And Maggie's people did show up, and they had the intention of getting the rods and bringing them to you, and we helped each other. So I think it's not unwarranted to give her what she wants, but we can maybe do a little bit more to make that, make that spin. I don't know what else you want. As far as Fetch Tedder goes, I can only guess at his intentions. I think most likely he wanted to get once Fetch Tedder realized that we were going after the rods and we knew where they were, that he's been trailing us and trying to send other people to get the rods before us, so that he would be able to make a deal with them and get them to you in the long run. I'm guessing. I'm speculating. But at least one of the
he's completely abandoned you and trying to find favor with some other group.
At least one of the people he talked to, Bitter Breath, wanted the rods for himself.
This is
Would you like us to murder Fetch Tedder for you, or we'd be very happy to do that if you wished it?
Yes, if you do come across him, you may murder him or bring him here.
Oop, that works. Anything in your service?
Regarding this pact with Mad Maggie, I can write up a contract. It will require her to inform me on anything she learns of Zariel. I know she's quite fond of her.
Okay, that's good. That's good, right?
Good compromise. Yeah. Good, yeah.
In exchange, I will give her sufficient protection against other warlord attacks.
Would you also extend that to any future partners of Mad Maggie?
That would require a new contract.
Just bundle it into one, anticipating the future.
Hold on. If Mad Maggie were to enter a marriage with someone, would that not extend your contract to like her married status?
If she can prove evidence of the marriage being documented with the infernal courts, then I suppose.
Does it have to be consummated? Is that what he's implying? Like,
It has to be documented. There has to be a contract.
Okay.
The marriage contract.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Marriage contract, gotcha. Okay, sure. That seems reasonable. Yeah, that seems very reasonable.
Yeah.
Gosh, Belle, you're great. Oh, God.
Marriage contract.
There is like another thing. We noticed on the adamantium rods, they mention the companion, and we think maybe that they are keys for getting inside the companion.
Would you like us to open it for you?
What is a companion?
Oh, it's the solar.
It's a weapon.
Thing.
I think.
It's a thing that's over Elturel.
Yes.
Over Elturel.
Yes, I believe that would disrupt Zariel's plans. That would be most enjoyable.
If we would be happy to do that, we might require some supplies to, ensure that your efforts to disrupt her are, best supported. Maybe a health potion or something along those lines. Or 10.
Y'all ready to roll some dice? All right.
Is he saying that? Okay.
No, I'm saying that.
Can Spinch use his thing, or has he already used it today? He's already used it today. This is the same day that we did the
persuasion, right?
His channel divinity.
He has a channel divinity that's not been marked off. I definitely didn't use it last time, unless
I think he
with.
Yeah, not fetch tutor. Like I think it was used either on fetch tutor or on the I don't remember its name. It had a really hard name. Sybrix. Yeah.
Sybrix. Well, okay. but that was more than a long rest ago. Was when we talked to the Sybrix.
No, it was not. It's still the same day.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, it's been a long day. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna mark off his channels.
I don't know if it comes back on a short rest or not.
I shall read channel
doesn't.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
You must then finish a short or long rest to use your channel divinity again.
Oh, there you go.
So wait. So okay. So I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put this in chat. This is just for general channel divinity.
Mm-hmm.
But then he has like different ones, so that counts for all of them, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it this one, the Emissaria piece with the +5?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So go ahead and roll persuasion with a +5.
Okay. I like to think that he says I don't want to roleplay Spinch too much, but definitely says something about the Avernus Stabilization Syndicate in its efforts to Where's persuasion? Persuasion. How do I just +5 to this? I don't know how to toggle +5.
Okay. All right. He does say, yes, Zaria will likely confront you directly. Let's see what I have here. Can someone roll a D12 for me?
Okay.
Okay, that is how many greater healing potions there are. Then can you roll...
Is he offering these to us?
Yeah. Can you roll a D20 for me?
I think you gotta roll. My Lux hasn't shaken out yet.
D20. Okay.
That's how many common healing potions he has. Or he's giving you guys. He has just like a trunk that he's just like loading up with things that he's grabbing from like nearby shelves.
Sweet.
Amazing.
And then I need you guys to roll 2d20 for each person.
I'm putting these in the bag of holding real quick. Then I'll roll for. Excuse me. Okay, so then I will roll for oh, thank you. I will roll for Tamila. 2d20.
Okay. Awesome. All right, so
Slightly
then
above average.
I need. We'll start with Pavel. Can you roll a d4?
Yes, D4.
Nice. Can you roll another d20? Oh, wait, hang on. It's going to be 3 d20s. Sorry.
What are we? What?
I feel like there's charts. There's like charts to follow.
Looking for fine art objects.
You are getting. He hands Pavel a epic rapier of irksome threatening. Oh, I need one more d20. You rolled 2 9s.
Okay.
Let's have 3 properties. All right, for dummies. So it's
For
in.
dummies.
Yep, it's an irksome threatening rapier for dummies.
Put that in the chat for us.
Okay. And
What?
Is it silver? Is it
I might need a rapier for dummies because Pavel is not proficient with this.
So irksome. If you miss, you get +1 on the same target with your next attack. So I'm writing it all down. So.
okay? Thank you.
And then what was the other one? For dummies, easy enough for anyone to use. Martial weapons become simple weapons, but are
I don't think I
-1.
have. Yeah, I don't think I have. I do not have proficiency with simple weapons. I have a specific list of weapons that I have proficiency with.
He is not giving you something that is specific to you.
Clearly.
we'll switch around afterwards. It's okay. We'll switch around. What did threatening do?
That's threatening. I meant to put threatening in it. Threatening, you have advantage on intimidations while wielding this weapon.
Ooh.
And it is.
So would that define wielding? Like just holding?
Yeah, holding. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's good to know.
Okay.
I love this.
All right. So next
I
up,
It
then.
can't be a monk weapon, can it? With the 4 dummies thing?
Simple, I think, is. I don't know. Monk weapons are either
Probably not.
specific.
I don't think so.
I don't know if it's all.
I think it probably doesn't, but I'll leave it up to you. Of course, obviously.
Okay. So now we'll do Vin. So you need to roll a d4 and first.
Sorry, is this Vin?
Yep.
Vin.
Okay. I was looking at the stuff. Vin is not going to give up his wakey staff for a rapier, so a d4?
Yep.
1d4?
Yep, 1d4 to start with. Nice. Okay. Oh, I was supposed to put. You were only supposed to get 2 qualities, so we'll. It's fine. We'll do 3 qualities for this, though. So another 3d20.
It's a fancy rapier. It's the best rapier.
Yeah.
The qualities are fine.
Numbers. Okay. All right. So now you are getting. So Vin rolled originally a 22, right? So Vin gets a spear. And this spear is deflecting, imbued, and stunted. So deflecting, you can add +2 AC as a reaction until the beginning of your next turn. Imbued, +2 elemental damage. Oh, we need another roll. That's just an element table. All right, I need another d20.
All right.
9. Fire.
I mean, at least it's not poison.
All right, so that's a imbued +2 fire damage. And then stunted. If it's heavy, it's no longer heavy. If it's not heavy, it's considered light. But damage is -1. Okay. So that's the deflecting imbued stunted spear. All right. Next up, Spinch. So Spinch, roll a d4.
Then, okay, Spinch can roll a d4.
Aw. So he is gonna get a common blowgun with no qualities.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And,
Someone had to get the one, right?
yeah. And then roll a d4 for Tamila.
Are you doing repeats, or is she gonna get the 2?
Oh, did you already rolled for
It's D4,
Tamila?
right?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I'm asking, are you doing repeats, or is she automatically going to get the only thing a D4 has left to roll?
I'll do repeats, yeah.
4.
Nice. All right, so you get 3 properties. So roll 3 d20.
I do 3d20?
Yep.
Ooh, there's a 1 in there.
All right, he hands
You'll hear
you
me
a
okay?
whip. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I had a whip.
Yeah, it
Got a whip.
is bewitched. It is shattering. And mercenary. So bewitched is the weapon is magical. And what's it called when something is like living inside of the weapon?
Like
Possessed
sentient?
also. Yeah, sentient. The weapon
Mhm.
is sentient. 14. Shattering. Deals double damage to objects and structures.
Ooh, that's fun.
And mercenary. Upon killing a foe, the creature drops a number of coins equal to 1d8 times the creature CR level. Roll a d4 for the coin type. 1 equals copper, 2 to 3 equals silver, and 4 equals gold.
Do I do that now or later?
I think upon each time.
Should should Chugga get to, roll?
I think that'll need to be another persuasion check.
Chugga helped! It was very helpful.
Yeah, Chukka will help and describe how he killed that guy.
Nice. How would you like me to roll this persuasion roll?
Yeah, go ahead and roll persuasion with advantage for whoever wants to lead. Where Chukka's helping.
Yeah, I think it was Tamila's idea.
I guess I did say it, but I have 0. Does Chugga's stat block have any plus to charisma?
Let me see. No, he's 0 too.
Is he proficient in it? Okay.
No.
13.
Okay. Let me roll. All right, meets it, beats it. So yeah, he will let someone roll for Chukka. So we need the 2d20.
You wanna roll, Pavel?
Sure.
Okay, and then we need a d4. Wow. All right, 3d20. Okay.
Oh, we got the 20.
Oh, that's a good one.
Who's gonna keep this?
I need another d20 for element.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. So, and then the primal, vicious, dirty morning star.
Ooh.
So primal.
Morning star.
Yeah. Primary damage changes to elemental damage, and you rolled a 14, so that is lightning. Vicious. +1 to damage. And dirty on on a d20, even a dirty d20. So dirty on a modified 20, add +1 damage per die rolled. So like if you don't have to roll a nat 20, you can roll a dirty 20 and you can add +1.
Does like spite? Not spite. Smite. Does that work with smite? If it's +1 per die rolled, and Spinch smites, does that get like an extra 4 damage?
I think it's meant to be just the weapon die.
Okay, that makes sense.
So if like the weapon was like a 2d6 type weapon, then that would be 2. I don't know what a morning star is.
Morning star is, yeah.
I think it's like a D8 piercing. It's like rapier, except worse.
I don't think it's a normal weapon in the. Oh, maybe it is.
It definitely is.
There's a 24. Oh, there it is. That's proficiency, so.
Here it is.
Items. There it is. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's 1d8, so it would just be +1. So, but it's in addition to the other one, yeah.
Okay. Very cool, though. We got lots of good shit, and if we don't want them, I'm sure they'll sell at the bodies, kind of a thing. So
If you don't like them,
yeah. Very cool. I think we're gonna thank Bell. That is very kind of him. And then I guess so. You want us to keep these adamantine rods to go open up the thing? Solar
Yes.
incinerator?
Honestly, I'm surprised you even brought them back here, but mortals are trying to be little do-gooders, aren't you?
We do so much good. You expected us to
had
betray
my
you.
monkey.
Yeah, you had our monkey.
I didn't realize the demon was so valuable to you.
Eh,
Why did you send us off to get them if you didn't think we would bring them back?
Just trying to undermine Zariel, as I said.
insight? Is he being like for real that that's his only motivation is to undermine Zariel?
Yeah, got an insight.
Not advantage, sorry, normal roll. 18 though.
Yeah, let me check something. Yeah, seems like that's it. Go on your way.
Okay, we could do that. Do you pay for motorcycles?
I can, yes. Is it in good condition?
We wanted to sell it, right? The extra one? Or did we not want to sell it?
It's the one with the radio.
Oh yeah, we wanted to pull the radio out first. Yeah. I'm gonna look over at like Chugga and Clonk. How long would it take you to pull the radio out of the bike? I feel like we would have done that on the way over. Like we wouldn't.
Yeah,
we
he
would
would
have
have done it
planned.
on the short rest. Did you guys rest at all after your fight? No, you just came right here.
We kind of just came right here, but I think if we had known that we needed to do this, we would have pulled over and taken and given him a minute to do it. I don't know. What do you think, Pavel? Would we have, or were we in a rush?
I mean, I think we're scared of being like running into an encounter.
Gotcha. Well, I would probably not have offered it to Belle then if I knew that we still had to do some work on it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is the monkey too big for our car?
He was in the car before, right?
He
Well, I
was in the
guess
car
we
before.
had less. We didn't have so much stuff back then.
That's true. We've gotten a few more members, and it's fine though. I think we're okay. Your zombies, mate. Do you have any zombies right now?
I have one. And speaking of, it's gonna revert, and I don't have the spell slots to reassert control, so it's just gonna be a feral zombie.
We'll leave it
like
here
an
then.
hour.
You can leave it here then. It's okay. Should we ask for the a way to like track things?
Yeah, like Belle, we lost Zariel's like old mount.
Golden man.
Yeah,
or golden mammoth. Yeah.
Lulu.
It was
Do you know
taken
Lulu?
by a giant mosquito.
Yeah, we need it back, and maybe you could help us find it.
Let me see. I'm checking his spells. So. Describe what captured her.
Giant mosquito. It was a hellish waspy thing. Very colorful, big butterfly wings, big stinger, like yellow underside,
Didn't like
hairy
the
butt.
cold.
Didn't like the cold?
not like the cold.
Oh, when it stung her, she got paralyzed. The mammoth did. The mammoth might be easier to describe, actually. She is a celestial miniature mammoth, tiny, with golden wings.
She's very cute.
Very cute. I'm sure you'd hate her. Yeah. Very fuzzy, little trunk, little tusky things. Puppy ears.
What direction did it take her?
Contra Abyss.
Do you have a map?
I think I was working on a map. Wasn't I working on a map?
Yeah, I think you are.
Or, yeah. I'm a little hesitant, but yeah, I'll hold up my map.
You will draw a nest here and say, did it go in this direction?
Yes, it was Contra Abyss that way, yeah.
There is a nest of hell wasps there. I can teleport you there, but not your car.
Can you tell us about the hell wasps and what they do and
why they would want Zariel's mount? It was very targeted. They were intentional going after her.
I mean, it's just one that showed up and grabbed it. Did they eat her already? Is that likely?
Are they intelligent? Also, did they eat her? Yeah, that's a good question.
They feed on fallen angels. If this creature is from the celestial realms, it would fall within their diet.
Oh, crap.
Okay, so probably... I think... Okay, just gonna put it out there. We could have... the rest of them could take the bikes and the vehicles and meet us there in 8 hours, and we could teleport and go get our Lulu.
I mean, if we teleport now, we're just gonna die.
Oh, no, do you have any magic that could make us, all perky again, like we had just taken a nice, good long sleep?
I do.
Yeah, we can replenish hit
potions.
points. We can replenish hit points, but not spell slots, right?
It will take them some time. They nourish their youth, which are larvae. She will be kept alive to nourish them until she runs out of blood. Then they will plant their eggs inside of her.
Nice. Okay.
It's exactly what I thought last week.
You called it.
Okay. So
they're not planting the larva inside of her and then they eat their way out. At least it's not that.
Yes, she'll be dead.
It sounded
by the
like
time
that.
They plant the larva.
Oh.
Well, she
I have a spell scroll to revivify. I mean, just saying.
You'll find about 10 of those waspy things in the nest from our last report.
That's not too many. That's okay. Oh.
It would be very disappointing if you were to die to hell wasps.
Enough that you want to give us more shit?
I gave you all that an adventurer could use from my forge. The rest must go to the front line.
Oh, the sand. Is there it would really disrupt Zariel's plans if you gave us the sand. It is to recover memories of said mount. Even have the sand?
Yes, we use it to quench the weapons And he motions to one of the fire giants, who just scoops up some sand into like a leather pouch and hands it to you.
Oh, sweet.
I
We
grow
have- I don't
bored
think we
of
had
you
him that
all.
long.
I think you should leave.
Gosh, Belle is so swell. Yeah, let's leave.
Yeah, we're gonna leave.
But do we have time to like? Does Lulu have enough blood for us to long rest and then drive all the way to the Hell Wasp nest?
Well, we could. Okay, so I think we're talking as we have left. He offered to teleport us, so like we could probably rest and then come back in the next morning and be like, "Will you teleport us now?" And he'd probably do it, right? So we could still rest and then make them drive, and we could still be popped over there.
What's going on with our imp friend? Is he hanging out with us still, or is he like done?
I don't know. You see Bellicross is just chilling now.
Okay.
He's not with you. He's like talking to some of the other imps.
I mean, like, I feel like Belle may or may not like entertain us again.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have to rest. We can't not rest. We have to like go outside and rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're free to
So
use
many
this
icons.
area to rest. Yeah, it's from the last
Okay.
or
No.
you can go out into
Lulu,
the
you
fields.
came back.
No, Lulu's not here.
I mean, yeah, I think we can rest here. That's probably fine. Like and then we can go back downstairs tomorrow and be like, can you just like zoop us over there?
Yeah, we can definitely do that. We'll definitely have to like take good watches, and you can't exactly put the dome over the car. Hard, but
That is correct.
I don't think there's anything in the car that we're risking losing, though. We're fine. Okay, let's do that. You prefer to rest here? Is that what you said?
I mean, I think so. Like, so the only thing is, what are we going to do with the zombie when it goes feral? Do I send it out into the plains now and just let it be free?
Well, you might want to recover it at some point, right? So yeah, you should let it be free.
The other option is that we let it revert and then we kill it and then we drag it around with us.
Would you prefer that? Is it the body of someone that's extra special?
It's one of the what were they called? The rotten cog.
Yeah.
So we could, and we have the like. That's the thing is that like we have the like two of the make dead people look like not dead people amulets. So we can, if we ever want to pretend that we're rotten cog, we can do that and have a guy.
I think that's smart. That's enough reason to, stab the zombie and.
Okay, we'll do that.
You see, Ubalox remembers Spinch and talks to him about cheeseburgers. And Spinch makes a big meal for everybody.
That's nice.
Settle down.
Yeah. I'm not going to move around tokens, but yeah, I assume we're settling and getting all fixed up. So we have health potions now. Do you think, Pavel, it makes sense to give any to anyone other than the core four of us?
We have a ton. Yeah. I mean, we have more than we can like use. So I think yes.
Oh.
I think it does make sense.
Okay, so I think what we're going to do... Well, because originally, if it was going to be just the four of us, then 2 people would get 2 common plus a greater, and the other 2 people would get 5 common. Instead, let's do 2 common plus a greater to 2 of us, and then 4 common to everyone else, and we have 2 left over after that. So who in our group gets the other 2? Probably, what's her face? The tiefling.
Leori and Crikey.
Leori
and Crikey.
Yeah, or do you want Chugga or Clock to get one? I mean, they don't usually participate.
Chugga deserves one.
He definitely deserves one, but he also just sits down and his plus. I mean, not that Crikey does any better, but he sits down
Jin?
and Jin.
Yeah.
Jin does actually fight with us.
Yeah.
we'd ask Jen about what she wants to do next, if she's hanging out or not. Got so many more people. Yeah. Well, and there's Vin has his friend, and
We're a syndicate.
we are a syndicate. Yeah. We're a nice syndicate.
Meepo.
Yeah, I got Meepo. I'm leaning towards Lahiri and Jen. I mean, we can give it like one to everybody if we wanted to. Would you like to do that? Let's see, it's Jin, at least Jin, Lahiri, Crikey, and then Chugga and Clonk. That'd be 5 out of 14.
And we would have 2 for everyone else. I think 2 per person is good, and like the idea is that we're going to take them away from these people as we use ours.
Yes, I do believe that is also the intent. Okay. So let's see. So 2 per person. Who gets who, and then plus we have the 2 greater. People that are up. Spinch and Vin, right? Spinch and Vin get the big ones because they're always in the middle of things and next to each other and have to get each other back up. You and I are behind and not always available to give potions, so Spinch and Vin get the greater.
Okay, I will put a greater on Vin.
I will put a greater on Spinch. Let's see. I'm assuming he might. Yeah. It's an alphabetical order, and I don't know if it's healing potion, greater, or if I should put it under greater. Oh, potion of greater healing. Yeah. Okay, we'll do 1 there. Okay, so that's the 2 of those. So of the 14, 8 of them are going to go to us. So everybody just gets 2. And then we have 6 left after that to distribute amongst the party. Sound good?
Yes.
I'm putting down 2. Two. Okay, and then going to go to I think definitely Jin and Lahiri. Jin, I'm handing her 1. Lahiri, handing her 1. I think Chugga and Clonk both get 1.
Okay.
That's 4. And Crikey. And then what, Meepo? Am I missing anybody?
I forgot we had a Meepo.
But that is 6, and I believe that's everyone in our party who has pockets. Not giving one to the monkey.
He would just drink it.
No one's getting left out. And if Lahiri's imp is cranky about that, then I don't give a shit. So,
Lahiri is spoiling Jazzy, so Jazzy is fine.
Yeah, Jazzy's fine. We have such a good group. Okay. I'm gonna just write down Spinach and do you want to go through these weapons real quick and just see if anyone wants any of them, and then we can put the rest in the sell pile?
They're all martial except for the rapier, right?
Yeah.
There's a whip in there, is it as well?
Yeah, whips are martial. I think Spinch probably just wants to use his swords, like his knives. So I don't think
Vin's
he'll
the same.
switch.
I think Vin's the same way. He wants to keep his wakey staff.
So I think they're all Tanillas. I think all of the weapons are Tanillas.
So there is one distance one, which is the common blowgun with no properties, and I don't think any ammo either. Does anyone want that?
Does Spinch have a ranged option to do 1 piercing damage?
Let's see. So Spinch has darts on here and daggers and hand axes as things to like potentially throw. He has 10 darts. Yeah. I don't think Tamila has very good range. I guess she has. Yeah, never mind. She has perfect range. She's the only one with range. She has great range. Sorry. Tamila probably would probably be a little bit of a bump up. She had. So are these silver or are these regular weapons?
They're all considered magical.
Okay,
Except
so they
for the
do what
blowgun.
silver does to devils.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the whip?
Yep.
It's magical. Cool. Okay, so Tamila would probably take something she can use because it would probably be an upgrade, and she can use. Sorry, I was checking to make sure she's proficient. She can use martial and simple weapons. So does the dummies thing mean that the -1 only applies if you need it to be simple in order to use it?
No, it's always, yeah.
It's always a -1.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a +1 only on a thing. Okay. So the rapier is only good. Yeah.
For the threatening property, right?
Right, so who in our party wants to pull out their magical rapier to like threaten people? I feel like that might be a Spinch thing, maybe.
He doesn't
Spinch is
like
not
to
very
intimidate. He likes to diplomacy.
But he
Maybe
has
Pavel?
really high intimidation.
Yeah.
Is it actually really high?
He took a 5. He's a +5 in intimidation.
He gets a proficiency for free as a half orc.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah.
Give it to him.
All right,
Tell him it's
it's part of the theater play that we're gonna put
It's a
on.
kebab skewer.
Kebab skewer.
It's a kebab skewer. Oh, we have to name it the kebab skewer.
Yeah.
The intimidating kebab skewer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So Spinch. It's the intimidating. My computer's being so mean. Kebab skewer. Okay. I'm putting that this is rapier. Putting that in his character sheet. Okay, what that's one. One of 4. It's a pound. I don't know. Okay. The Morning Star. Okay, I'm gonna show it to Chugga and Crikey and be like, okay, can you like fasten this to the Maggie in a way to make like the wrecking ball better?
That's interesting. I mean, the wrecking ball's already really great. But yeah, I guess it could add like a little lightning damage to it.
Well, because it says objects and structures, right? Can I get it to?
That's the whip, right? Or
It's the whip. Never mind. That
Yeah.
I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay, so yeah, so it was just. Oh, it would do lightning damage, so it would add a little bit of lightning damage probably to the
Yeah.
wrecking ball potentially. This is a +1, and the dirty 20 +1 maybe.
Yeah, we could they could probably do that. It would take them
Lightning's a pretty good damage type. Like it might be worth Spinch holding on to just in case we ever need that extra damage. It's something that it worked on.
Okay, I mean, we can definitely do that.
You can call it a meat tenderizer.
Yeah.
That is true. Oh gosh. All right. So okay. So
I mean,
you'd
Spinch
rather
gets
have
like
Spinch have it?
Spinch gets everything, I think, except for the whip, right? Like Tamil should have the
If he
whip.
wants it, if he wants anything. Okay. So Tamila's scared of any sentient weapon, but she'll talk to it for a second. The thing is, like, I'm imagining it's a whip that deals double damage to objects and structures is stupid, right? Like, I suppose it is a thing that if we ever need gold, we could. I'm killing it.
Whips have like an interesting property, don't they?
They have reach.
Yeah, they reach and
Their reach and their finesse.
Yeah, so you could use your dex to attack, which is good for Tamila or Vin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dealing damage to objects and structures is very specific. I mean, maybe you could,
well, just like
take out a
it doesn't
ladder or
do.
something. Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's good against like
cars.
other other cars.
Or something.
Yeah.
That's true. So it's a D4. So at most it can do 2D4. So it's like it's not. I mean, you deal as much, if not more, on like a D8 weapon, right? Yeah, like.
I think it
It's technically
averaged
2D4.
Is it 2D? Is it 2D4 or is it doubling the damage?
It's doubling the damage, which means it doesn't normalize.
Your dex mod gets doubled as well.
Oh, okay.
So that makes it better than a D8.
I'll definitely. Okay, I'll take it. Yeah, why not? I'll take it. And
yeah. Something
So
for when
let's
they
see,
start getting close.
Okay, so
And if you have Hunter's Mark or your sneak attack up, does that also get doubled?
Ooh, that's an interesting point. Does it, DM?
Yeah, because I think yeah, I think I would rule that. Be similar to like a crit for yeah.
We've found a usable whip. It's the first time it's ever happened.
Yeah, to objects and structures.
That's right. Maybe we'll does that like automatons like
yeah, that's true. Constructs.
Does that work? Oh yeah,
oh, really?
We
Constructs
can go
count?
Yeah, I think so.
That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me just a second. I'm gonna put this in my character sheet. I also want to take a minute to put it into into Spinches, if assuming he wants that. Okay, so how do I tell it to double? Because I could say 2d4, but that's not right.
Probably put the whole thing in parentheses and then is it asterisk 2 for times 2?
Parentheses, asterisk 2. And then I just have to just type in my dex again, I think. I'll just type in a 3 next to it. Alright, let's try that. No, it did not like it. I don't think it liked it. It also did it like 3 times. Maybe I've already clicked it. So 7 to hit makes sense. But the damage, it didn't know how to calculate it.
Let me see.
What if I don't do the parentheses? What if I just do that?
I see the.
Okay, so that did 14.
Let's do it 4 times 2 instead of the whole.
Which is right. It's a D4 times 2 plus my dex plus another 3 for my dex to double. So that made sense, right?
I mean, we can probably do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that did work. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try it again.
I said to manually type the 3 again. Yeah.
But Oh, same number.
14, yeah. We'll get something other than a 14.
Yeah.
10. Okay. So that time it was 2 times 2, and then
Yeah,
it's just like
that's
having to do the
correct.
6.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Nice. So, and then I just need to put in here double sneak and oh gosh, I think we might have to remember just to double it on all the other things, because that would, I think I'll like,
Yeah.
only way I
think
could do it is I have like a new entry for every single one. I have so many different global.
I mean, what I would probably do is for the damage type, instead of slashing, I would just say slashing double on objects and structures, and then like not calculate the double. Like we can just multiply it by 2. It's easy.
Oh, you're right. It's only on objects and
Just do them up.
structures. So,
Yeah.
oops. Okay, so
somewhere where you'll remember.
Okay, so to be perfectly clear, this is not worth using on anything other than object and structure.
And Modrons.
Modrons. Even Modrons, though. Like, okay, so I think we've proven, though, the most it deals is a 14. 1 in 4 times, it'll deal 14 points of damage.
Unless you get your sneak attack, and you also add like yeah.
You're right. Okay, that's right. I'm doubling sneak attack and hunter's mark.
And you have multiple hits, right?
I do. I can hit twice with it.
There you go.
So yeah, but also I would, in theory, hit twice.
I mean, how does that compare to your longbow? Like D10 plus 3?
The longbow's pretty good. The longbow is without any
The D8.
modifiers. It's the D8.
It's a 12. So this is better.
Well, okay, yeah, it is max damage on whip down. Max damage on it does do against structures.
And like you're more likely, like your range on this is a is it 11 to 14 or 10 to 14 versus your range on the bow, which is 5 to 12.
What's range on a whip? Range on a reach, extra 5 foot of reach.
I didn't mean like the range that you could attack. I just meant the like the
values,
the arrays. Yeah.
The results, the damage results could be.
So but this one can do 2 more. So the whip can do 2 more damage than my bow can do. Is what you're saying? That's what the reach is.
The worst damage roll you could do with the whip on an object or structure is like a 10, I think, or an 11. It's an 11.
So the one would produce 1
and
times
then,
1 plus 6, which is 7. It would produce, so 7's the worst damage.
Oh, right, because the 4 gets doubled. Right, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I'm dumb.
Is that right?
Around... Yeah, I think you're right.
1 plus 1. 1 times twice. 1 times 2 is 2. I'm being dumb. 1 times 2 is 2. It would be 8 is the minimum damage. 8 is the minimum damage from the whip against a construct. Yep. It deals between 8 and 15. The minimum on the longbow is higher, I think, because it's 4. Yeah. 4 to 12 versus 8 to 14. The whip is better. Can I offhand with, like, if I use the whip twice for my action, I can offhand with my silver short sword?
Yes.
I don't think it's light, is it?
The short sword is. Oh, I think you need the dual wielder feat for the. They would both need to be light, right? Unless you have the feat.
You would. And I do not. Yeah, so it would have to be.
The whip is not light. It's just finesse and reach.
There you
go. Okay.
But you can use your dex, which is nice.
Oh yeah, it's still good. Yeah.
Anyways, so I'm assuming you're all taking a long rest, right?
Yes, so I think you're gonna wreck the.
Yeah, and we'll put up the.
Well, Congratulations, you all level up. We'll have the team is here.
Yay! How are we gonna do that for how are we gonna do that for Adam and Spinch though?
Yeah, I think we might have to just have the rest of the session be character sheets and then for you two, and then just wait for those other two to. It's might have to be the end of the session, pretty much.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Sorry for a light night.
I am. No, it's okay. Do you want us to role play through the watches and stuff?
It's so gratifying to get through to get something checked off our list and something major checked off our list like this. Oh my god, it feels so good. That was so nice. He's just great. He's a great guy.
Yeah, what a great guy. Yeah, so yeah. Did you already have your levels planned, or I don't know if we should roleplay, because I mean it's just you two role playing. I mean you can, but
no, that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It is a little hard too.
For the shifts, yeah. I don't think anything. You're safe in this area. And the other devils are giving you a wide berth to let you do your thing. And Ubalux is mostly just exhausted and hungry, and Spinch is feeding everybody.
Yeah.
For some reason, when I try to drop a Morningstar rapier from the compendium into Spinch's character sheet, it does not want to.
Oh, that's weird. I can try.
Might have to go away and rejoin.
You worry about your level. I can put it in.
Oh yeah, I'll let you. I'm gonna exit out of his sheet then. Okay, worry about the level. Ooh, I am unable to level up. Why am I unable to level up?
You might have to
no,
change
if you're
the
unable.
XP.
Okay. This is being rude because I think it is not me I'm unable. It's like, if you're unable, then read this article. I think I'm fine. And it's just scaring me for no reason. Alright, I gotta decide if I want Ranger or Rogue. Let's see. What are you doing, Timothy? Wizard?
I'm going sorcerer.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna get to 4 sorcerer and get my ASI, and I'm gonna be 20 intelligence. I might be going like pure sorcerer for the rest of this. Like all my levels in sorcerer.
Nice.
Exciting.
Because I mean the only thing that's like really in reach is benign transposition, which like would have been really, really good like one time. I think like to save Spinch from something. I could have, but I didn't have it. But it takes 2 levels, and I think it stops me from getting another ASI at the end. Because we're going to 13, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we for sure stopping at 13?
I mean, yeah, it does link to other modules, so we could keep going.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe I'll do deeper into wizard if we go farther.
Yeah.
But I think I definitely want to get up to 8 sorcerer for the last ASI, and then this like the 6th level sorcerer feature is probably really important for health. It's the doggo, and it will counteract magic resistance.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's the it's the shadow hound. It's yeah. It's it's not the spell. It's the yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
Okay, so
I can consider swapping my
okay, any new spell.
stuff. Where's the meta magic list?
Maybe it'll let me. Okay, so I'll do this. Guys, I've got 42 hit points.
42.
Yeah.
Alright, so I feel like level 3 in Rogue is pretty powerful.
Yeah, you get your subclass.
In Bane taking it though, I might stay in Ranger. Although, so here's the thing: my books are all packed away because of the move. So I'm just looking online. I think I'm probably looking at the 24 rules and not the.
Yeah, careful.
What am I gonna do? Okay. So stop looking at this. Let's go here. And that. Okay, so that's the 2014. Okay, so 6th is not supposed to be Rover. It's supposed to be Favored Enemy and Natural Explorer improvements.
Favorite enemy's good, right?
Let's see. Choose a type. Advantage on survival checks to track. And gain the language spoken.
Oh, you already have that.
Yeah. So unless I wanted to,
Oh, you get
I mean, I could pick like Celestials or something. Yeah, I could pick a different one. And then Natural Explorer. Traveling for an hour more in your favorite train, you gain. Difficult train doesn't slow your group. You cannot become lost. Even when you're engaged in another activity while traveling, such as foraging, navigating, or tracking, you remain alert to danger. Move stealthily at a normal pace. If I forage, I'm supposed to find twice as much food as I normally would. So, 0 times 2. Track other creatures, you learn their exact number, size, and how long they pass through the area. And so I'm supposed to be able to pick a new train at that. I'm gonna be honest, level 6 sucks for rangers in the old one.
Do you get like another attack or anything?
No, those are the only abilities.
Oh,
It looks
really?
like is I'm supposed to pick another favorite enemy, so I get to learn their language and get like the tracking benefit, and then also the natural explorer improvements.
Mm-hmm.
But my spells known stay the same, the slots stay the same, and the levels stay the same.
Yeah.
And if I get to level 7, I get a ranger archetype feature, so I probably do want to stick with ranger. Oh gosh, I feel like it's so just FYI, if we switch to the new version, the thing I get, in addition to in addition to favorite enemies, I don't think I get the natural terrain, but the favorite enemy still goes up. But also, I would get a my speed increases by 10, and I get to have a climb speed and a swim speed equal to my regular speed. That is the level 6 for rangers. Otherwise, on the new stuff.
That's cool.
Okay, so how can I make the most of this? How can I make the most of this? I could take Rogue. No. No, I want to get to level 7. Maybe.
Did we decide on the spear? Who's getting the spear?
Forgot we had a
Uh,
spear.
we did not decide on the spear. We skipped
Vin
over
could
it.
use the spear because it's a simple weapon, so it's a monk weapon.
Mhm.
It is a simple weapon, right? I'm sure it is.
Yeah, I think else can use spears. I'll look up later.
It is, yeah, simple spear. Oh, it could be thrown.
I think I'm gonna take Ray of Frost as my new cantrip.
That's fun. Lots of things are resistant to fire, but they seem vulnerable
Yeah.
to not vulnerable, but like not resistant to ice.
I've avoided things that use attack rolls because we have like 3 characters that are really, really good at making attack rolls. And so I don't think we need to cover that. But this gives me an attack roll if I have no other options. But then that means that I don't think of other options. But like the other thing is that it slows creatures down, but like it lowers a creature's speed by 10 feet when they're hit, which we don't have a lot of options in our group for control, like controlling and positional control on the battlefield, other than like Shadow Tentacle. And if I'm concentrating on something else, then like I can't do anything else. I don't know. I think that's what I'm going to take.
Okay, makes sense.
Would we ever want to
Probably-
mold Earth?
That could be fun sometimes.
Should I? I feel like I should pick Celestials as the favored enemy that I have been studying.
That would
Right.
help you find Lulu. That would help us find Lulu, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could help with some rolls on it. So I would then take Celestial.
And it might
And
work on
then-
is Zerial a Celestial or a Fiend at this point?
You don't know.
Well, I have
We
fiends.
don't
I have
know.
fiends, so I have both.
Yeah.
Yeah, both. What is my old? I need to know. I want to know what my old natural explorer terrain type was. I guess I'm gonna pick mountain.
Can you pick
I think I
Hell?
had mountain before. I do wish I could pick hell. I can pick deserts and mountains. I think are probably the closest to applicable.
It's
Applicable.
mostly desert. I mean the mountains. There's both. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you want me to be able to type in hell as an alternate for my
That would be
natural
all
explorer.
the terrain. Yeah. That has to be. You gotta pick one. I would say the desert equates to the just general wasteland. But there's also like volcanoes and mountains. Those will be. So pick which one.
I'll pick desert. I think my other one is mountain. It's just like not telling me what I picked previously.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm going to. I think I have desert and mountains now. Okay, so this knows we're on 14, not 24, but it still wants to give me roving. Is roving part of this? Six. I don't think it
It's
is.
pretty good actually.
What is?
The spear is pretty good too.
We definitely need to look at this. Okay. I can replace spells. I have locate object, by the way. Would you prefer I had pass without a trace instead?
That's what that trace is very good.
Very good. I'm doing it. Switching out locate object for pass without a trace. Okay. Oh, why did it do that?
I'm thinking about enhance ability, enlarge, reduce, and warding wind for my new spell.
Mm-hmm.
Enlarge, reduce is for Spinch, because if he gets his auras, it'll increase the footprint of the auras.
That's fun.
And also, if we find like a Pit Fiend's War Axe, then Spinch can use the Pit Fiend's War Axe.
Ooh. That's kind of an amazing thought.
We have to
are they
be able to
actually
move
good,
it.
or is it just actually good, or is that just a thought?
Typically, that would be very good. There's logistics that we have to figure out, but like typically, if we can take the weapon, like we would just get that weapon from the stack block, and so if it's like a 3d8 like weapon or a 48 weapon, we would just get a 48 weapon, and like it's too big for characters to normally use, but if we make them bigger,
Yeah. That's good. That's fun.
we haven't really encountered anyone. What would warding wind be good for? We're probably gonna run into Stinking Cloud at some point, I bet. Am I even gonna have this? Well, let's say I don't have to worry about reading it because it's a sorcerer spell. Is this concentration? It is concentration.
Yeah. So I'm a natural explorer in mountains and deserts, and my favorite enemies are fiends and celestials.
I have to keep spider climb until I can get fly. I think that spider climb has been too useful. Visibility has also been too useful. That might be so. Like I was a 3rd level, so I probably only have 1 or 2. Yeah, I think that's what those are. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can. Like, I definitely can't get rid of shield. I could drop absorb elements. I haven't really ever used. I haven't, and whenever I had the opportunity, I didn't have my reaction because I already tried to counterspell whatever was doing it.
I think that's fair. Like if you haven't used it, you had it for a while, and you just haven't been able to use it. It's like the shirts that you put on the hanger backwards in the closet. Like if you don't wear it, it doesn't matter how much you love it. Like time to give it to Goodwill, kind of a thing. Donate it to someone else. Let the spell go. Okay, I gotta level up my cat.
And do we want enhanceability?
Maybe he can good for certain things. Remind me, what are the enhanceability options? There's like
It just gives
it's like
you
it's like a
advantage
stat,
on
right?
any one of your abilities. Any checks that you make with that are with advantage. Right? Choose
Is
one of
that
the
a
effects. The
reasonable?
target gains the effect until the spell ends. Bears endurance. The target has advantage on Constitution checks. It also gains 2d6. Oh, it does more. It also gains 2d6 temporary hit points, which are lost when the spell ends. Bull strength. The target has advantage on strength checks, and his or her carrying capacity doubles. Okay, that could work for our like big weapon idea. Cat's Grace, the target has advantage on dexterity checks. It also doesn't take damage from falling 20 feet or less if it isn't incapacitated. Equals Splendor, the target has advantage on charisma checks. Fox Cunning, the target has advantage on intelligence checks. Owl's Wisdom, the target has advantage on wisdom checks. So it's mostly checks, and maybe we'll get like some temporary hit points sometimes. And I can target additional creatures if I upcast, which is not a bad idea. So I have 3 great options. Which one do I pick?
Yes. Want to tell me again what they are? They were enhanceability. What were the other two?
Enhanceability, Enlarge Reduce, and Warding Wind.
I mean, you were so excited about the Enlarge Reduce. Like you talked about that one pretty excitedly.
Well, it also it relies on what Spinch is doing. So if Spinch doesn't go for like Paladin, then it's not very useful.
Gotcha. Well,
I mean, I can always get it later.
true.
Right? Maybe we'll find it in a spell book, or I can, swap something. Yeah, I think I'm going to skip Enlarge Reduce for now.
And I think enhanceability was the other one that you were kind of excited about, the idea of the temporary hit points on.
You will probably not like Warding Wind, because you have to like go away if I use it. So it does a couple of things. So it creates, it takes my concentration, but it creates a zone of difficult terrain around me. Is it just on self? It is just on self. So it creates a zone of difficult terrain around me. It it deafens every creature that's in the area. It hedges out like gas. So whenever stinking cloud comes around and we know it's coming, or just there's like we go into a stinky part of Avernus, this is probably going to help us with that. And ranged attacks that have to travel through it are made with disadvantage.
I'd have to be outside the ward to effectively shoot. Yeah.
Yep. So you don't like it, and like maybe everyone dislikes it because of the difficulty.
Well, I feel like that is the thing with like things like darkness and silence and fog cloud and all these other things that like they as much as they protect, they also hinder your ability to function effectively inside them. Tend to be like things that they're really hard to.
It's actually, if Tamila is ever going to get more spells, you don't want it because you always want to do ranged attacks. Like I feel like this is a good thing to put on top of, like put on a melee person and put them in the middle of the baddies and to give them trouble. It's not as helpful. Yeah. It's not as helpful to put on Pavel. So that answers it. I'm going to go with enhanceability.
Nice. That's a good one, I think. If nothing further than the temp HP, it's pretty awesome. We successfully took the long rest,
I can
right?
make a shovel. I don't need
Yeah.
mold earth.
Yeah.
Because I can just always make a shovel. We're going with
Just
brave
always make a
frost.
show. You're gonna lose your spyglass if you do.
Oh no.
Mm.
I have 20 int. Oh my god, I did it.
Congrats.
Should we hit the long rest button as well since we're leveling up?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay.
Do you want us to go and do that for Spinch and Vin?
Sure. I just told them they
Figure
leveled
it out
up.
with it.
We could maybe do Waterdeep next week if they don't have time to level up this
Yeah.
week.
We absolutely can. Yeah. Y'all seem to be in kind of a fun place with it, so I'm happy to keep running that.
Cool.
Where's the long rest button? I don't think. Okay, it doesn't have a long. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Its characteristics were not showing for some reason. Oh. Okay. Spinch
all
is
the
so
weapons on
tanky.
Spinch's.
Oh, yeah, I saw it. And then I love that the roasting spit, the kebab skewer, and the meat tenderizer.
Yes.
Did he get his blowgun as well? I think we're going to give him the blowgun.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, that does it. I am leveled up.
Nice. I am leveled up as well, and so is my cat.
Okay. Yay. Well, that's it, I guess, for this week. Good job. Excited to see you guys play with your new levels soon.
Yeah. Feel free to say no because it is kind of late, but do you want to play Waterdeep for the next hour?
Nah, I don't feel like context switching.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fine. That is fine.
I get it. Thank you for offering.